You don't gotta go home, but you can't stay here. And no, I don't wanna be alone.
What is up, party people? All right, so it's gonna be this one. I really didn't even plan to do this. It's literally off the cuff. But the topic, or what I wanted to talk about, isn't. I have been inspired, we'll call it, to basically, I guess you could say, call it straight out like it is, fact check observations. I was in 24/7 earlier, and came across a few links that someone had uploaded that they said they had made, and it was a flat earther. And the observation they said they made was the Isle of May in Scotland, and one second, I'm trying to make it so you guys can see what panel I'm using. There we go. There we go, perfect. And then in lieu of basically where he's at, his elevation is 656 feet. He's looking 44 miles away, and because of the curve calculator in the distance, he believes that there's supposed to be 32 meters of this island obstructed or behind curvature if it was a globe. And I kind of wanted to go with you guys, give you guys the opportunity to, chime in on what you see, because again, I to be honest, when I saw this upload earlier today, I really thought, oh shit, it's something that needs to be looked at. Because when you look at it and you watch the video without going into anything else, it really does look like a questionable observation. And I'll leave it at that, and we'll see where it goes. I have come to my conclusion already, but I kind of like I said, I wanted to open the chat up and see if you guys are seeing the same thing I am. But more importantly, you guys kind of probably going to want to see what I'm even talking about. So let me go ahead and get to that. Got it chimed up. I just got to make it big and turn the volume off. It's very short, very short. I think it's maybe 25 seconds. Here, let me see. Okay, so again, the name of it, the link, everything's in the description if you guys are wanting to see it on your own. I'm going to play it on the full screen, so don't worry. You'll be able to see it just fine. All its detail. As I get to it. All right, here we go. Okay, so it's a minute. It's a minute long. Ain't bad though. It's actually of the best quality I've seen in a very long time. I can get chat up because I was trying to do that as I was doing everything else. And just I'm not too sure how long I'll be. Heads up. All right, that's everything. I think I got it right. Okay, so yeah, there it is. So like I was saying, this is it. This is observation right here. I'm gonna pull this up so you guys can see everything. I don't know why it's not pulling up. Oh, I changed it. That's why. 1 second. I can make this thing work. There we go. Perfect. All right, so this is the beginning. Again, so in it, the observation is camera description on it right now. I'm looking at it says the camera location, B Craig's Country Park, Scotland, 44 miles from Isle of May. Camera height 656 feet. Okay, so this is where we're at, 656 feet above sea level, and we will look 44 miles into the distance. So where we're at right now, he's kind of given some data, which is kind of actually a relief when I first watched it. He states in this that average height of land around the lighthouse area is 6 to 9 meters, 18 to 27 feet. He's referring to the lighthouse that's on the Isle of May, so everyone knows, and then we'll continue. All right, so that's the gist of it. Like I said, so basically what I ended up doing is, you know how I roll. I ended up going into my unshare. So what I ended up doing is going into my yeah, Fred, I noticed that as well. But I did extend I extended the hand for the creator to come on. So I definitely want to go over this because, like I said, it was one of those. It's an observation when nothing's been done. You look at it and you go, wow, let's look at this. It's not the best towards while it's zoomed in, but we will say that the name is Flatsa. Yeah, Flatsa is by far the best flat Earth photographer right now. Yeah, Fred. I definitely. I'm not even right now. I'm not trying to do this to debunk. What's happened is, let me go ahead and explain. Or f that. Let me get in this chat first. And I put the link out there, guys. If you guys do want to join me for this, let's go. What's up, Crash? I heard you're not doing food anymore. Thank you. What's up, RT? How you doing? They and Them, very great show. I did listen to it in the background while I was doing some stuff. Or actually, while I was doing the research on this observation. Great stream. I definitely like the idea. You know, the no disrespect aspect of it. Even the talk about it, because it does need. You know, you're not getting anywhere when you talk like that type conversation. People need to know where, you know, what it's doing, how it's affecting people that aren't trying to do that. So kudos to you, my friend. What's up, Sean? How you doing, sir? Fred? No no subscription necessary. How you doing? Sam Kane, how you doing? Let me see. A list. I think that's it. What's up? What's up, Darcy? What's up, Sean? How you doing, sir? Pretty good, pretty good. Actually, had a pretty good damn day. Yeah. I was gonna go through the rest of the names, but there's too many damn names. Everyone, trust me, you know I see you here. So the best part about what I've realized is, again, let's let's discuss last night real quick. Okay, me and Travis are no longer friends, and here's why. My choice. Travis is no longer welcome here until he apologizes for this reason and this reason alone. I went over to his live stream today where he said last night I suckered him to get on the panel, where then Erebus drilled him a new asshole. Apparently he forgot that for the past week and a half I'd been saying I was going to do this. I was going to do the rough overlook of this whole conversation of his observations. Halfway through that, Erebus had enlightened me on some stuff, which I didn't say shit about because that's not on me. That's on Erebus. Then last night, Erebus brought to light what he was talking about, really. Or actually, I think he did before, but he did again. And Travis was a little triggered by it. So he, I guess, forgot that every time Erebus would get a little angry, I actually was cutting him off at the pass to try to, at least, to get him from being disrespectful, yada, yada, yada. But basically, Travis went on his live stream and made it seem as if I was an asshole. I tricked him onto my panel, and then we cornered him. And the reality of it is that Travis thought we had nothing new. We came with something new. It completely derailed everything he believes, and he got pissed. Then Erebus called him out on some shady shit, and he got triggered and rage quit. Well, I agree with Erebus. He's doing some fraudulent shit. And I mean, the only reason I'm it sounds like I do right now is because when you question my character and you're the one who actually needs to question their own character, you trigger me. And I'm triggered. And let me go ahead and I'm gonna pull it up. I don't really give a shit anymore. He burnt that bridge when he said I tricked him onto my panel. That's pretty bitch to me. Be real about it, Travis. You got cornered. You couldn't answer shit, and you ran and cried. Now you're crying wolf. But yeah. So later on, go ahead. Yeah. Yeah. Well, no. Well, because what happened was I was going to present, and then Erebus started like sending me his little composite, where he put everything together and all that stuff. And so it actually did continue on. And then Travis threw me for a wrench when I realized, because throughout this conversation, I have literally just kind of like randomly realized shit I probably should have realized, or we all should have realized right away. And so I kept it going because I would want questions for that. Remember, this whole time I've been telling people, there's no difference in what Travis thinks and what we think. He just changed the terms for it. So I got to learn refractions, different, how to identify and what we should see from distances, stuff like that. Man, you guys have no idea. The past week alone, I've researched so much and we talked so much about it. Like, looking at observations now is different. It's weird. But yeah, I talked about it. I told Travis on the side I was going to do that. He can be upset with Erebus all he wants, but don't ever in your life, Travis, make me seem as if I'm cunning or try to get the flat earther on here. No, didn't happen that way. But what needed to be said wasn't mine. It was Erebus's. So who am I to not let Erebus present what he found? The difference on the other side of that is I tried to keep him calm, and everything else was calm about it until the very end when he questioned your character. He has enough evidence that I think he has a very good case. That's why Travis got so upset and so triggered and left. But hey, yeah, sorry guys, I forgot to unmute the panel, but no one said anything. I literally have been ranting this whole time. Shawn kind of elaborated on the fact that I did say that I was going to be going over his observations for the past week and a half, 2 weeks. So, I mean, nothing really was said too much. But again, the past, like I said this last night. I know a lot of people were getting upset in commenting in the chat, saying, hey, Travis, the Etherman, blah blah blah, it's getting old, blah. But here's the thing: there are ways to get around things and to understand it as well. And here's the main thing to it. It drew out because I was learning about it. It drew out because in all that week, what I was able to do, I have not heard any other Globers be able to do with Flat Earthers with the other way of talking to them. I got Travis to admit everything about atmospheric, his ether band was atmospheric conditions, with the stipulation that a body of water was the obstruction, and he didn't think so. But didn't have to get him triggered. He didn't have to make these bold. Like, he was literally conceding to stuff because he had to. Now, I'm not gonna lie. What Erebus showed last night with the rest of that mountain or the island disappeared, it hadn't dawned on me yet. Literally, I feel retarded for not even realizing it. But there was enough there that all I really needed an answer was why the body of water was obstructing, not refraction. But anyway, like I said, it gave me an opportunity. It gave, obviously, an opportunity for the data to really be scrutinized, looked into, and we found exactly what you would find if numbers aren't correct or observations are miscued, like you're misled upon what the observation really is. Like I said, Erebus he's on point. He's been sending me stuff since last night. I mean, Travis rage quit, and he was like, "Oh, this. I just realized this, and this." Travis did something, and I got issues now with Travis, and whether or not he's really here for truth or he's chemo spurs type shitting it. I found that. Okay, so let me see. So basically, Erebus, you got to come on, because I don't want to state on one of these images that you sent me without you actually explaining it, because it doesn't make sense to me to explain. I mean, I won't be able to explain this, what I'm saying. But I mean, all he did was send me overlay after overlay, of all those images that Travis said, do this one. I mean, he did it. I'm looking at them all right now, but I'm gonna wait for Erebus to get here. Like I said, they're here. I definitely can show you my receipts. You guys all know how I roll. But yeah, that's where me and Travis now stand. So there you go. Let me see. Better audio. Okay, your audio's not good. Okay, no worries, Crash. Again, like I said, so I want to go over this. Now I'm going to go ahead and share the screen here, so then everyone can see it as well. When we start picking apart, I guess you would say, the video, then I'll put the big screen on for everyone in the chat, because I know you guys want to be able to see it too. Know how that works. Let's see. You guys are lucky. You guys get it on the actual big screen. This one. And unlike Travis's, like I said, you guys saw it. Unlike Travis's, this one actually had. I mean, he put his data out there. Issue I have is I think I'm not gonna say he was being dishonest, but at the same time, I mean, his numbers really throw you off. Luckily, I got numbers too. Pull those up. What I have up, so you guys can kind of see where I'm looking at and why I made the observation that I made. Okay, so he's pretty consistent on a lot of the base data that he's going to give. Over where you see Livingston, right in this area, is about where he's at. Again, it's always going to be at about, because I can't see where he was standing. The Isle of May is out here, obviously, 44 miles away. And in between those is another island, as I use more of a reference for elevation and whatnot. But again, when you look at this video right off the bat, yeah, it looks questionable. Now, there's some things that don't quite add up. For instance, in his video, let me get to the video now. I'm just going to switch over. Right about here, he states the average height of the land around the lighthouse area is 6 to 9 meters, 27 feet, or 18 to 27 feet. This is where it starts getting questionable on his honesty about it or his
I
research.
I can already tell that there is no way for a lighthouse to be that tall,
Let me
and
get you a
then
better one.
6 to 9 meters.
He has a okay. That's probably this is like the best, like the best shot you can get of everything going on. Yeah, perfect. Okay, so when I went into my research, you know, because I started doing the research, it realistically the so the lighthouse itself, where it sits, is 160 feet above sea level. The lighthouse itself is 80 feet. So we're looking at 240 feet of elevation off of sea level that we're now deciding how much should be missing or not, right? Then I did that. I realized all that. I realized, okay, his numbers are seriously off. So then I went to Google Earth and I started doing my distances and seeing what we should be missing. And with the way the Metabunk curve calc goes, it's about 32 meters should be missing, 90 feet, right? And I went, that's either a lot more than 90 feet or a lot less than 90 feet, or we got some issues. Well, let me go ahead and make a big screen again so you guys can see exactly where I'm coming from on this one because it's, again, very important. There we go. Wrong one. My bad, guys. I'm just trying to get it so the YouTube page gets a big view of it too. Oh, there it is. Okay, so everyone can see, and thanks to all this talk about refraction lines and all that stuff, I've never used my paints so much. Let's see. In the chat, everyone was saying keep your reviews to standard. You don't. Oh yeah, no. This is digital. This is actually a different person's observation. This is a flat earther, Flatsa. Yeah, Flatsa. Not. I don't remember whose chat. I think it was 24/7. All right. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so right off the bat, now that we have accurate numbers, we know we're looking. We're just talk land, 160 feet of island, and 44 miles away, so 32. So that's 90 feet. Do the math. We're guessing there should be about 70 feet. We're talking no refractions right now. Then you got to give or take refraction, so you're probably going to see a little bit more. Well, you know, cat out of the bag. I see a freaking lot of mirroring right now. That's kind of why I'm giddy to get to it because I wanted to draw all over this thing. If you guys agree or disagree, let me know. I believe that the island itself. Actually, this isn't even the good part. Hang on, let me get to a clear spot because there's to me there's a very good line somewhere in here. Just gotta find it. I'll play it. That's how I found it last time. Okay, I see it. Perfect. Mm-hmm. Yep, there it is. Okay, so to me, this is my line, my refraction line. Blue on blue, that's genius. I believe that's where the mirroring is. Anybody agree, disagree?
No, I agree. I agree. Looking at it, I would call that the refraction line.
So in that, we're looking at, I mean, when you then plot that out, to me personally, it makes the observation makes perfect sense. We see exactly what we should see. pretty clear, right?
Yeah, I
I mean,
mean, just by
I'm
just by those two lines that are to the left of that, of where you put your black line, um, it's hard to tell. I guess those are cliff faces or something like that. You can
right here.
kind of see, yeah, you can kind of see where the line kind of meets right there, same spot. At least, you know, that's what it looks like to me.
Yeah, yeah. And
Yep.
so I'll show you because I was thinking, you know, I kind of have to have a way of verifying it's a mirroring effect. So like under the lighthouse, you can see right here, there's these little blurts things. Well, they do the same thing right under it. These are what made me look at it. The way that cliff is, it's a splitting image. You can see the little line, like you can literally see the line if you really look at it. Really look at it. It's there. And that's why I wanted to go through this. I mean, again, I knew it wasn't going to be a very long observation
Travis,
or overlook.
can you slide that photograph a little bit to the right, Travis?
Huh?
Can you slide the photograph a little to the right?
Travis isn't here, Bob.
Or Travis, oh. My apologies, Sean.
No worries. No, this is
Travis,
a video,
would you?
so
Oh, you can't. Okay.
yeah. So then I can. You want to see
Do you
more
see?
over to the right?
All right, right there at the right. Do you see the white blob there? And it kind of goes at an angle on the left
Yes.
side of it. Look underneath
Right.
it. Can you faintly see the angle going the other way?
Ah.
And if you look right there where it matches, is it's at the same level that you drew that black line.
Oh, right here.
Right, yeah, right there.
Yep.
You see the angle goes up towards 10 o'clock from there, and if you go about halfway up, you'll see it goes down towards 8 o'clock.
Yes. I do see that.
And right there at that fold, that would be the line. I would that's what I would call it. And it matched what you were calling over to the left when you drew that black line.
Doing dots now, right? Where I believe.
Perfect.
Yes. Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's 100% what we would think to see. The big issue
Isn't it always, John?
Yeah. But
I mean,
that's the
seriously
thing, it's
though, but
crazy
isn't
that-
it always you just have to look at it without wanting to have wishful
Yeah.
thinking with it?
Yeah, presupposing that you're not supposed to see it. Yeah, it's crazy because again, I like the fact that I had done this over the past week with Travis. I'm happy it's over. Trust me. But when I looked at this, when I watched this upload, I instantly started looking for the things that you need to look for. Right, going into the data. I actually have a lot of notes because I assumed a flat earther would come on and detest it or not concede to it. So I'll show you guys at least a few of the things so you guys can see exactly why I came to the conclusion I did, besides just the obvious. Because again, I didn't have my numbers. I didn't know if I was even looking for that kind of stuff. But here this is. Okay, so like I said, when I was doing this one, man, I love Google Pro. Let me see, which one was it? This one, the elevation. And it dawned on me really quick. Like, he had to have done something like this, not understanding what he was looking at. Because if you do look at this, you'd go, yeah, man, the Isle of Man's really a lot lower than that. But it's like, not that much. It's kind of a graph. It doesn't really depict everything you want it to the way it is. But this is actually what made me find out he was full of shit. Or not full of shit, we won't say that. He didn't do enough data, we'll say. Because in this profile, you can see right where I'm at, my cursor's at, it says 141 feet. And I went, there should be nothing 141 feet around an average land of 9 to 6 meters. And if the area around the lighthouse was 6 to 9 meters, yeah, then we should not see this island at all. At all. I don't even think there's enough refraction in the world to give us enough for us to see it if it was at 6 to 9 meters, like the uploader said.
Yeah, it's 6 to 9 meters. As soon as you said that, I was like, yeah, there's no possible way we wouldn't see anything.
Well, when you first look at this, you're like, oh, maybe, because this whole side of the island is a slope. But I mean, the second I looked into it and realized that down on the left side, it really dives down to sea level. But all this is really high. Like, yeah, like right where my cursor is right now, where the little hand is somewhere around that's like 145 feet right there, right where those little white buildings are.
Well, you just by looking at where just to the right of the lines, you see those little black spots that are on the side of the island. Those are cliffs. Yeah,
Here.
those are cliffs right along along the water.
Yeah.
So the black spots that are right next to the lines, those are all cliffs. So 6 to 9 meters. I mean, and you look at the buildings and the sizes and the roads and everything. It's pretty big.
And I can actually, right at the cliffs is so on the land. We're at 41 feet against the cliffs right now. I can see where I'm at. Yeah, all right. Oh, damn. If I can get to the top of that cliff, it's about 41. I'm at the top. It doesn't look like it, but I am. I can tell on my graph. That's 95 feet right there. 124. 141. That's the highest spot on the mountain right there.
And he was saying he was on top of the mountain, looking down at it.
No, he was at like a observation point right here. But yeah, the elevation here is about 670. We're gonna say let's say 675 for shits and giggles. But yeah, this is where it was.
Well, according to the graph, it says 761.
Oh no, I'm not showing on the line. Oh, I'm sorry. The highest point is because when I did it, I purposely went long. See the black line down here? I purposely went long because I wanted the whole thing, but he's standing about. Oh, gee. Yeah, you can see where he's at, somewhere in here. Oh, perfect. So 663 is where I was just at, and he says 656. So I mean, it's pretty decent. I purposely drew that black line way longer than where he was, so I could make sure I had a full profile of the land where it happened at. Yeah, so it's not the full thing. This top peak is behind where he's at. But I also liked the fact that this gives us the slope, the amount of sloping that happens from, well, it'd be the highest point to the lowest. So I went with the lowest sloping. So it was at about -11% was the deepest slope, which is over here. But this is all gradual. This is less than 1% of a fall right here, for topography wise. And I brought that up to segue. I'll show you guys, because this is why I was actually on my computer all day. Where is it? Go to number 16, I think it was. And I know you guys are not gonna like this, not gonna like it at all, but I'm doing it anyway. But there's a good reason for it. So we come back to the Anacapa Islands. I realized right away the reason a lot of these conversations happen, especially with the horizon, and if it does rise eye level or not, is the fact that no one really understands how surveyors know this, how we have the data to know this. And so I decided, just off a whim, I basically am going to construct a topo of everything that we've talked about, ocean floor, the whole nine. It's not fast, it's not easy. It basically consists of making a shit ton of fucking points and elevations and locations, and then I will translate everything I have here to a software program that I have, and it will translate it, and I will basically show you guys how I do topos on a regular basis. This isn't just a hobby part. I actually do this regularly, and I think it'll be fun once I start really breaking it down. You guys can really see what it takes, because just doing this alone, you start realizing how elevation works. And I mean, just the fact that I did the data points, Travis won't be able to say that doesn't match up, or this isn't that high, or this is, because the data doesn't lie. All the points are there. But more importantly, I enjoy doing topo maps. So
anything you're drawing on the picture.
Say again?
The YouTube chat can't see anything you're drawing on the pictures.
Oh, I'm not drawing anything. I was just, hang on. I see. Because I got the full screen up. I'm not doing anything, guys. I wasn't drawing or anything. I was just looking at this. And then when I was talking about the lines and the graph, I'll show you guys that again. I apologize, but you didn't miss anything, trust me. Google Earth Pro. Yeah, so all I'm doing, you guys heard me, so at least you guys know that part, what I'm talking about. But yeah, these are all of my little data points. Again, I'm going to take this and then construct it into a software, and then basically break down exactly from getting data, the information we need for the location, to the elevations, to the ocean, the mean sea levels, all that stuff I'll be showing. So that will be fun. Just thought maybe you guys would be interested in knowing that side of how things work if you don't already. And I don't really, it's rare, but I don't usually talk like detail about what I do in surveying and grade checking and all that stuff. So I figured, hey, now would be a good time to actually start explaining how things work that aren't being explained correctly from both sides. And and again, I enjoy the fuck out of it. So hope you guys enjoyed the next few weeks of projects, because I actually was inspired by Travis.
So Erebus has been busy or something? He was going to come in and talk about the entire thing?
No. So, I don't know if I'm pretty sure Erebus has no problem doing so. But last night he started talking about it. He then sent me a few things that does show enough evidence to me that it definitely means someone with photo skills should be looking at that. Obviously Erebus is, not me. But yeah, I agree with Erebus. I don't talk about the same way he does, aggressively, but I do feel pretty much the same way he does about it.
Yeah, I don't know. Looking at looking at the images, and after going over them last night, I don't know how Travis couldn't say that it was anything else other than atmosphere, or that what we were seeing was what we were describing to him.
Yeah, it was on top of the observation. It was my are you real or not real, Travis? Gauge. I've been open about that as well. So any fire that I want to say that's shady too. Nah, I thought 6 months ago, I realized I have to start looking because there are few and far between. Erebus, I see you out there, man. You are a nice guy. I didn't say you weren't, but damn, you can be pretty mean to Travis sometimes. So hey, okay. So I will go back to the lines that everyone missed because I feel kind of guilty that I didn't show you guys. No, it's not really that big of a deal. Here you go.
You want the lines? Hit the super chat.
Stop it. I'll send you the lines. Not those lines. Why didn't you go there? Oh, that's the last one. That's why. Yes, I was talking about these lines, people. The reason I did the lines again was because I was able to get a profile of the topography, basically. That was my reasoning for doing so. And it looked like this. Isle of Man here. And he was observing from about here. So now everyone's kind of caught up. That, like I said, I was just sliding this back and forth. Nothing new, nothing big. I wasn't drawing. Yeah. So again, like I said, I knew it wasn't going to be a long explanation of how this is a miss. See, maybe that's what it is. I've taken it to the point where this guy is wrong. You guys can now find out if he's disingenuous or not. Matter of fact, now that I remember, this guy was in Travis's chat. So this guy.
Oh, is this it? Did you meet him in Travis's chat? Is that how you got into a conversation with him?
No. I was in the chat. I was in Travis's chat. Travis went all fucking militant and was like, "Oh, Sean's an asshole." No, he didn't say that, but he basically did, as far as I'm concerned. He said I suckered him onto the panel, and we cornered him, is what he said. While he was doing all that, I was doing the survey stuff that I was just showing, and the guy was like, "Hey, I just made a observation of a like a cruise boat," and I can show you guys. He said, and he was like, "Well, I made the observation of a cruise boat, and it's I see some odd things." So I went to his channel, and when I went to his channel, the first thing I noticed was that trying to get this damn thing to play so I can move it. Oh, there it goes. That this video popped right up, and it said 44 miles at 665 feet. Well, when you see that, you know, the 656 feet, and you're thinking 44 miles away, you're thinking, oh man, something's up. So I watched it, and like I said, so you can see right here, he says crazy. This is the one he was talking about. He said, "Crazy cruise boat. Don't believe everything you see." I haven't even watched this one. I went straight to that one, and then as soon as I was done with my plots and stuff on Google or Google Pro, I went live. So let's look at this. Yes, it's now all it is questioning refraction, everything. Oh, no one can see. I can say now. See, sorry, my guys. Yeah. Oh, we're looking at fraction. But you know, the part I like is that he puts his data, and we can see what's wrong with it. So he said 50-minute time lapse, cruise ship anchored 7 miles from camera.
That ship's not anchored, or he's moving?
Yeah, I don't think. Well, do they anchor both sides? I don't know. It's
Either way, that cruise ship is not, definitely not anchored.
yeah. I don't think.
I think it's turning.
That's the weird part because I can't, because he has it slowed, and he keeps leaving the beach. I can't tell if it's cut and he moves or not. Because see how it's like really herky jerky back in here. Like when you look at it from here, I mean it's basically
Yeah,
a full
exactly.
turn, but it's really herky. Like see how it's like, and there's no
Yeah,
reference that stays in it. That boat's not anchored at all. It's turning and
no,
the
it's
boats are in
either
front of it, or
yeah, it's
anchored
either
on
that
land.
or yeah. No, wait a minute. Why is it further out now?
Oh, wait. Yep, just jumped. Right there. That was it. It would appear that was it coming in. Let's hear that. Oh, no, no. It's definitely a different shot, though. That's still the front.
Did you
But
see the side of the boat? On the one shot of the boat, you could see how you could see that graphic on the side of the boat is spread out all over the water. You see that down in the
oh,
middle of the boat?
yeah. Right here. All this.
Yep.
And right there. Does not look like this at all. It's all finger smudged and someone hates your work, so they just spit on. Yeah, that's. Yeah, I got all these little dots I just noticed. Okay, sorry about that, guys. I'll replay. Keep going. Yeah, but then suddenly it goes boom, and the whole screen jumps. It's literally a stop and go. This isn't a time lapse. This is a composite time lapse. Wait, if a time lapse slows, is it still a time lapse? He has to be moving. Look, see?
Something. Yeah, yeah. Because the top of that boat, the windows on it are moving.
Well, first of all, now you have. I don't care what type of refraction you have or not. This, see how the profile has a mohawk, quote unquote mohawk profile right now, right there.
Mm-hmm.
Right. That would only be seen from the exact front, and from the front you don't see the sides. That boat is not. It's not stay right the hell there anchored, or he's moving. I would think he's moving more because cruise ships
That's
they don't
that's
do
the
that.
front of the boat. Yeah, yeah. That's the front of the boat because you see
Yeah.
the over on the left hand side. You see the white that's at the top. That's the all
The
the
radio.
GPS equipment, all that stuff. That's what that white smudge in the middle is of the
On this one.
Mohawk.
Yep.
Yep.
And then you can see the dark stack, the exhaust stack in the back.
Mm-hmm.
But that from, I mean, if you don't see the jump in editing right here, I don't know what you're looking at. Boom. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he did it so he put the slowed 10% part in, but that's not the same location.
Well, not only that, but if it's slowed to 10% and you go back, that sailboat is moving pretty fast. If it's slowed to 10%,
Hang on.
that sailboat in the front of the, I mean, it just zooms past. Boom, sailboat.
Oh my god, I didn't see that. Because it went by too fast. Wow. Well, I think Wait. So, because I don't know about this part. When you do a time lapse, does it matter how much time is gone through? I mean, I know it does, but for instance, like we're trying to figure this out. Like, is there certain types of time lapses that are going to give us a composite video?
If it's a time lapse, I mean, even like 10-second time lapse or something like that, that sailboat came into view and left really quick. In 10 seconds. That's a fast moving sailboat.
So maybe he's time lapsing, so it's sped up, but he doesn't realize that you can't just hit 10% and it go down to 10%. It only lessened it 10% of the time lapse. But again, aren't time lapses composites?
Yeah, it's stills of it's a still shot, and just stitched together. But I don't see the actual time lapse as unless he's just taking single photos and then just stitching them together. It's just weird. It's a weird way to do this. I mean, if he was going to sit there for that long, why didn't he just take a video?
Yeah. And then here's what I saw that really made me think. See this? Can't tell how consistent they are, but it definitely helps you tell where the observer is in relation to that cruise ship, and he is not in the same spot.
Well, it's either that or the sailboat isn't in the same spot.
It's anchored down, though. Remember?
Even if it's anchored, it's still turning.
But see where it's at in that shot? Well, yeah, I see what you're saying. Well, the problem is that jump really throws you off. You know, the video jump where suddenly you're looking at the very front.
Yeah, exactly. That's what's really throwing me off about the entire thing. Is like, okay,
Yeah, see, that's the problem. I don't see. Here's another part. I don't know if he's doing it on purpose or he doesn't realize it. But when I say
he's moved the camera.
He did, yeah. Again, when I see it say slowed to 10%, I don't. You're right. I don't expect 10% less of the time lapse or a boat to come shooting across. I expect the whole thing to be at 10%. Hey,
Oh, look at that. Smoke coming out. Smoke coming out. Yep, that ship's moving.
Yeah, they're not they're not revving the engines. They're not peeling out before they go. That's problem is when did that start? I just suddenly saw it. There it's there.
But if you look at the one on the left, and then when it's turned to the right, do you notice anything different about that ship? I do. Looks like it sits a little bit lower in the water.
That could be the fraction.
That's exactly what it is.
You were testing me. Oh damn! See that book? Oh, and Airbus said something in the chat. He said, "Look at the water behind it." Yeah, it's like what's it called? It does that thing where it ramps up all of a sudden. Yeah, so that's a huge refraction line. But we saw that. I could see that when it was head on. You can really see it when it's head on.
Yeah, I mean that's right there. That shot right there. You can just look to the right. You can see the water, and then all of a sudden there's a front of a ship. like it looks like a Star Destroyer or something,
Yeah.
where it has a rounded front.
Yep, right here, yeah. And yeah, so this is all refraction, all this. I think. Yeah. Mm.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
that line
yeah,
right there, right where you're. Yep.
yeah.
Unless the bow of that boat is sitting lower in the water because it's sinking or something like that. Because if you look at that, where that is sitting compared to the water, and then you look on the left, and you look how high above the water that little drawing is. You see
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, that's pretty low in the water.
That boat's moving. I think right now it's, you call it trolling or whatever, or it's just kind of pedaling in or something.
Yeah, they're
It's,
just
you
doing
know
a
what?
turnaround. They're
It's
probably.
definitely
Yeah.
moving because that smoke is, it's not just waffling out. It's not all uneven because of wind. It's moving. That thing's
Mm-hmm.
moving right there. It's not anchored.
Yep. Totally moving. The front of that boat is very compressed too.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Because it looks like it has a flat head, but it's well, it has a flat head, but you can't tell the nose it comes out. Well, you're starting to be able to now a little bit. But see, that's, I'm telling you, cruise ships when they anchor down, they don't sway. The fronts or backs don't move around like that. Not like when we go fishing and do it.
No, usually they have two sets of anchors in the water.
One second, guys.
Yeah, that is all refraction. That is all refraction. Look at the windows and how they keep changing sizes.
Oh yeah, and again, yeah. See, he just jumped again. Damn. Yeah. See, this 50-minute time lapse cruise ship anchored 7 miles. That's disingenuous right there. There's a reason that does not leave that screen this whole time. Hey, this guy just answered the question that Travis couldn't answer. You can see the wake. You look closely right here in the infrared, but you can see the refraction. See, you can still see the lines and the deep, not the detail, but you can see it.
Oh yeah, yeah, I totally see it now. Yep.
Like I don't even like. I'm not really sure why this person did this. Like this is a good upload if it's an introduction to refraction. Find the refraction. But I don't even see an argument for curve or no curve. He's obviously elevated. You can tell he's above the water, like above shoreline in the left screen.
What's he say his elevation was?
I don't think he did. Yeah, he didn't the whole time. Let me look in the description real quick. But well, shit, that was the quickest 2 fucking uploads in the world to dismantle. I like dismantles. That's okay. But I mean, very clearly there are some serious issues Voting 7 miles away. Location. Fourth of the coast. Yes, yeah. He's speaking gibberish to me. See, that's the crazy. Like the comments. Yes. I blame Earth Curve. That boat was definitely not anchored in for anything in the right side of that. Oh, well, that's 2 of his videos. Sorry for you, buddy. Yeah, he's disingenuous. He puts too much data out there to not realize that data doesn't fit. Ooh. Sun reflect. Oh, I'm gonna watch that later. Guess I'm gonna go ahead and end this. Like I said, I didn't want to do a long one. Just wanted to do the couple observations. Expect a lot more of these. A lot more. Guys in the bunker. Expect a lot more of these to happen there, not live, because I know how to do the group meetings now, so I'm gonna do it that way from now on. But yeah, I got going out. Where? Don't worry about it. But it was fun. Shawn, did you enjoy yourself on that one?
Oh yeah, for sure. That was it. I mean, it was pretty interesting to look at. A lot of things going on in that picture. It was just weird.
And I'm gonna look at it some more because, again, this isn't just about proving how refraction works. I'm learning how refraction works right now, and I'm balls deep in wanting to. So, you guys may see refraction a lot around here for the next week or so. Again, I'm working on that the topo. That's going to be an upload, so don't think you guys got to sit through that on a live stream. But things like Travis's observation, definitely the one we were looking at before this one. I mean, for me, I can literally walk you guys through exactly how Erebus can overlay like that. I can show you exactly what spot of a mountain or landmass or any place really that its elevation and how I can get to it. I can literally track across the United States right now and tell you where elevation is. Not looking, not clicking in and go elevation this, but literally from geodetic stake to stake using a little topo. So I do enjoy that stuff. It's fun. And I decided, hey, there's still stuff I need to learn about it, and teach some stuff and learn some stuff, and I don't need a flat earther to do it. Like, all right, well, I did need the flat earther to do this observation, so I guess I misspoke again. But yeah, I'm gonna get out of here. Thanks for joining me. That was fun. Again, look out for the bunker guy. If you're in the bunker, there's going to be a lot of these going on. Next one's going to be Chris Berry. I was supposed to watch that the other night, but I didn't. So,
Yeah, we were on Jose's earlier. Chris Berry was on there. We were talking about the ISS and everything, and there was one scene where Chris brought it up, in the hatch on the outside. It's just a piece of flimsy, reflector on one of the hatches, and Chris was like, "And this is supposed to protect from space?" And we're like, "No, that's just a reflector for the radiation. That's all it is."
Yeah.
The real hatch for the pressurization is on the inside. And he's like, "Well, why wouldn't they make the whole thing a hard surface?" And I was like, "Well, because you can fix it with a piece of duct tape,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And Chris is fun. He's not the worst, so I could deal with him. Maybe I'll invite him on for one of these. Did you want to do a last word real quick?
Word.
Cool. Bob the Science Guy, you didn't say much. I do apologize. I think I said I was going to be short, but I know you're in the bunker, right?
In the bunker?
Yeah, in the Discord server.
No.
Okay, well then I got to get you in there. You're still on Discord, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
No,
I'll
I
find
just
you.
kind of popped on and listened. I didn't, figure if there was anything I should say. I'd just kind of pop up, but there really wasn't.
Okay. Well, right now I'm sending you the link to the bunker. It's the server that I made for basically just this situation where it's like, it's everyone in here is verified. I don't have to, worry. I don't have to think. And when I put my links out in here, I don't think there's any trolls. I think I kicked Earth's out. Seriously, flat out of here. Nope, he's here. But yeah, I think that he's pretty much the only troll that's in here. But I can tell him to shut up and stop. He does. But yeah, it's a safe place. I'll send it to you right now because I did find your name in here.
Alrighty.
And now you'll have
Bob, did you see anything in that?
link.
Did you see anything in that video?
The video of the cruise ship or the Isle of May?
Yeah, the video of the cruise ship.
Well, the thing that I was looking at was the design they had on the side of the boat. It looked pretty elongated or mirrored. So I think there was some refraction going on it. I mean, that was just my thought on it. But I mean, it was handled really nicely.
Did you have anything coming up, Bob?
No, I'm actually going to go on out to Phoenix for a CME. So I think I'm going to probably be quiet for that week. I may do some more cannabis ones. But I haven't been doing too much lately. I'm kind of bored of Flat Earth right now, to be honest with you.
As I am as well. And I was going to address, but I'll address it in a second. But thank you, sir. I'm going to go ahead and end the hangout. I'll be around today. I'm pretty sure I'll see you guys in a little bit. I just got to take care of some stuff. But thank you again. Crash, I know your mic's broken, and I was going to say bacon and pineapple pizza for you, but you're not talking food anymore. Thank you, guys. All right. So, like I said, this one wasn't going to be long. I knew it wasn't. Look out for more of these. I am trying to figure out what I want to title it because, again, it's not. It's going to be these situation where it's these short observational looks at with a very small panel. I'll start uploading them. I may premiere them. I may show them while I'm on live, like Jose does. It's a pretty good idea. But again, like I said, the flat Earth argument is old, guys. No name. I see your comment. You said thought you were over FE debunking. No, that wasn't even an FE debunking. That was literally a observational correction. So if anyone sees it, I have video evidence of why that's not an accurate observation. It doesn't matter if he's a flat earther or not. His observation was wrong. I don't care what his belief is. And so look out for that. Hope you guys will enjoy it. I'll be on tomorrow. I'll probably do, if I start this up, I'll probably be live a lot more during the day, but because they're short. But I appreciate you guys being here. I hope you guys enjoyed the fact that we were able to actually break down one of these uploads, and it didn't need to get all the fucking this and this, and it literally, all these observations that we're looking at can be talked about like adults. We don't need to be yelling and screaming and name calling and blah 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 blah. So with that said, guys, thank you for being here. I do appreciate it. Love y'all, but I'm out.